Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Today is August 2nd. It's August already. Yeah. I haven't seen you guys in a week.
Yeah.
It's been a moment, brother. Yeah, we hung out last weekend. That was fun.
Yeah.
This time last week, I think Jax was still hanging out.
Yeah, I think so. It's fun.
Yeah.
Put my mic on.
Yeah, Hero will be here later. Tom might be showing up, but yeah, we were all hanging out last weekend because we did a little get together thing. Since
it was fun.
There hasn't been any like major conventions we could go to.
It was a good friend get together, and it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh, there's Hero. So he's muted right now.
Hello. That's not the sneeze. As soon as I joined it.
Yeah, we were just saying we just hadn't seen each other in a week.
Yeah. It's been a week. Only a week.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we can do that again sometime. Maybe next summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Super fun.
Yeah, we did like an impromptu Who's Line thing. That was fun. Even though it was just for us. Though I'm sure Race is gonna post everything. I'm still waiting.
Race would never.
No, he wouldn't do that. No, I had a really great weekend. It's something I think that's been realized that we've been wanting for a long time. So it feels like we got another notch in our belt. We did.
Yeah. You were there though? I don't remember seeing that.
I heard you were at the grocery store. I don't know if you were there.
Actually, speaking of the grocery store, I was at the grocery store today picking up some groceries. And
what else do you pick up at the grocery store?
Vegetables. So there was a guy, as I was walking through the store, and there was a guy being in his mid-20s, but he's wearing like a 3-piece suit and this little watch thing, little like metal, the little metal cords for the watch. You can flip it open and see what time it is. And in my head, intrusive thought, I'd be like, hello, Governor, have you seen Doctor Who around? Just like... I know
it's just like I could, but I wouldn't because I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah, what if I just threw my cart and all the groceries on the ground and I just like, hello, Governor, I'm gonna shoot the bomber, the phone booth. Like, I don't know why, I just thought that'd be funny. Chip Cheerios.
And then you'd be like, what the
fuck are you talking about?
That would be funny though.
I always love that they gave the orcs from Warhammer Cockney accents. That's just so hilarious to me.
All right. But yeah, other than I guess not seeing each other for a week, what have you guys been doing?
Just doing video work, trying to catch up and actually like really get some larger videos mobilized. And then kind of just, it's nice that life's kind of slowing down again. And though that won't last for too long, but it's stabilizing. And I think there's something...
next week.
Right. Well, I got to say, I mean, it's you need a balance of like the occasional fun, crazy thing to kind of make you appreciate the not crazy stuff. Like when you have a normal status quo day, if you can like appreciate it more when you do have the crazy, high energy, high stress days. But those days are also enjoyable in a way where it's like you're doing something, because too many status quo days, like 2020 proved to me, becomes like limbo and you're like, why do I exist?
Yeah. What about you, Hero? Because I mean,
what have I been doing?
Yeah.
It's back to status quo. Yeah, I've been working, and that's about it. Playing 2DX and working in Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's all. Nothing interesting.
Jax?
Man, I'm fighting and fucking. That's what I do. That's all I do. No, fuck work.
What's
I'm
new?
tired of work. No, I'm joking. Work.
Just
Boring.
work, right? Yeah.
Boring stuff.
It's always funny whenever we're on these podcasts. It's like, what have you been up to for the past 2 weeks of your life? You're just like, working. Like, I haven't done anything.
Exactly. I'll get there.
Yeah, we recorded a himbo tier list together last Friday.
Y'all are so obsessed.
Yeah.
Y'all are so obsessed.
We put it out.
All three of y'all.
Yeah.
It turned into
an argument
about like Tarzan being buff.
Yeah.
Like we were like, because me and fucking Paleo right there were saying like Tarzan's jacked the shit, and the Saber was like, no, he's not. And then like we had this whole back and forth. And then like it was just like we like finally broke him down, but yeah, that was like the whole episode was like, is Tarzan buff? It's just
yeah.
like,
I do have an idea for another tier list that might be in similar vein, but on the other gender. So
Herbos.
no, not quite.
do we have rules to follow for those ones?
I guess
Is there-
sort of.
is it-
I'll have to, because I showed you that one chart.
Yeah.
So we might do
Man.
something like that again.
Okay.
Is Herbos an attractive type? I don't know.
Yeah, but
Herbos
it's not Herbos is what I'm thinking of.
I know. I'm just saying, but like, is it like? I don't think it works the other way around somehow. I don't know. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Don't be like dumb, please. Like,
All right. So, I do see we already have like a couple of super chats, but for questions, using it, you can send in super chats or use our Twitter handles, which are right there. But we can go on ahead and go on to our first topics, and then on the second half we'll do Q&A. So, first thing, let's since Saber wasn't here last time. What did you think of the Netflix Johnny test? Since I think you're the only one who's watched it.
I've watched one episode, and it was the Fortnite one. And for what it's worth, it's like
There's a Fortnite episode.
Inspired or satire or whatever. I guess like I know it's so easy to dunk on Johnny Test, and I do because it's not that good, but it's not that bad. I think if you embrace it for what it is, which is just chaotic, dumb hyperactivity with whip cracks, then it's like you'll be fine. It's not supposed to be as clever as Dexter's Lab. It's not supposed to be as like I think about like Jimmy Neutron, just the idea of like the fictional cartoon world of like sci-fi children who are like smart with their laboratories. Giantess is like, like shaking in their chair with a sugar overload, and it's like it's not for me. Though when you I guess throw so much like against the wall, something's bound to eventually stick, and you're like, okay, but then the rest of it, you're like, so. In the favor of Johnny Test is that the original didn't look that good to begin with, so this one's like an improvement. It looks like the colors are overly saturated to me, or the brightness is off. Something about it seems visually off.
Right.
But it's like because the original wasn't that amazing, this reboot isn't like making me go, "Wow, they dropped the ball." It's like
as planned.
The ball's still just sitting there on the court, I guess. So.
Right.
But overall, I'll watch a few more episodes because I do want to do a quick vid for it. But like Johnny, it's kind of I was talking to Laura about this, where there was like this void in the timeline for me in like the late 2000s to the early 2010s.
Yeah.
Where like around 2005, I stepped away from cartoons. I still watch them occasionally, but not as often as I would. And I think that's due to like going to high school and being like, oh, I'm an adult now, becoming a junior or a senior, going to college early on, and also playing video games, especially World of Warcraft. That was like consumed me. So in that void of time for me, where the cartoons kind of faded away in the Nicktoons, you had things like the Teletoons arrived and Ben 10. And you got these things where like when folks bring up to me nowadays, they're like, what do you think about Ben 10, Saber Spark? And I'm like, which actually it dawned on me where I'm like, I actually am in an interesting position where I can go watch this all of it.
Yeah,
and see
completely
if
fresh.
it was ruined.
Yeah.
Right, because a lot of folks are like, it's ruined. And I'm like, well, it sounds like Ben 10 was really important to these folks and was like that was their show while I was absent from watching television. And because it wouldn't be until like MLP, regular show, Adventure Time when I would return and start watching it again. So there was like a 5-year gap where I was like, what happened? 16, Total Drama, Chowder, and Ben 10. And I guess Johnny Test.
Yeah, I didn't really start watching like Cartoon Network again until like Chowder and Flapjack. When they were airing.
That's a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
Right.
Because there was that weird time between like 2005 to 2007 where I was just watching like Animal Planet and Discovery. When like they still actually had decent content. So.
All right.
But yeah, Johnny Test. I might like watch it just to like feed my curiosity, but from what I hear, it's just Johnny Test.
The same old Johnny Test. Yeah.
Now this is something Jackson talked about because I haven't watched it. Is the He-Man cartoon? Masters of the Universe.
I've been doing both of these. Yeah. Okay. I can talk about this because I can see the perspective of both people who are really
because this is like Revelations Part 1.
Part 1. There's only 5 episodes.
Yeah, so
it's only very short. It's very short, only 5 episodes. So this is what I'm just gonna say because I might do a quick vid like to just like on my thoughts, like not like a big one because like when the series finishes, I'll probably do a big one like I did my TMNT video just because I watch He-Man all the time, so that'll be fun to do. Thank you. But so far, I completely understand why so many people are upset about this, but then I also want to say there's also some quality in it as well. So first things first, the people who are upset about this, they're upset because they were blatantly lied to. Like Kevin Smith straight up said, oh, don't worry, this is a He-Man show. It's going to be a He-Man show when you watch it and all that stuff. And that is some bullshit. Like He-Man's barely in it, and then most of the time it's flashbacks. And so it's just like...
Really, just straight up lying.
Yeah, straight up lying. They have like tweets. They literally have his tweet where he said it, and then like it literally becomes the Tila show. And like the whole thing with like Tila going out of her way to just be like, oh, this is why I'm upset. And when you hear the reason why she's upset, you're like, I'm sorry, that's kind of bullshit. I'm sorry, like no, this is some like teenage angst thing that would have been filled up for this, but you're been mad for this long? Like, no. And I can, like, talk with authority because I've been watching both of these. So I'm just like, no, I know how Tila would act. That just seemed like something you just put out there to be like, nah, no. So, another thing about this show, animation, spectacular, absolutely spectacular. There's a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is, like, super... really interesting to watch. Like it's like, oh, cool. Like this is what I imagine people in the '80s watched that one growing up with. Like thought this show.
It's Powerhouse Animation, like the same people who did.
It's Castlevania.
Yeah.
Castlevania, all that stuff. So yeah, it's like that is freaking great. So like yeah, the way they animate stuff, the way they fight, it's like so good. Now I feel like the issue that so many people have with the show is like if Kevin Smith had just like straight up said like, oh yeah, it's just going to be a Tila show, you would have been fine. You would have been literally fine. And people would have been like, oh, this is an interesting interpretation. But the fact that like, you know, so many guys are like upset about like, I wanted this. And it's just like really satisfying. Yes.
Why does this show keep becoming the battleground? Like, why is this universe the battleground for masculinity versus femininity?
I know it's so weird because like
it's in the name, I think.
Right? No, it's like He-Man.
Why is
you know what's so sad?
Why
is like,
He-Man and She-Ra all about gender?
Well, you know what's so funny about this is like the 2002 He-Man. This one right fucking here. Like, no, that's really great, Saber. You bring that up. But like this one right here, the 2002 one. This is a really good show. This is like a legitimately good show. I don't understand why this show is highly underrated. Like I'm gonna do a vid talk about it as well because there's like several vids coming out by now. But it's like it came out in 2002. It like took the best of like He-Man Masters of the Universe, but made it like modernized and they upgraded it. So it's pretty much like going from the 80s Ninja Turtles to the 2003 Ninja Turtles. And I was like, wow, I've been rewatching the entire things on YouTube so everyone can rewatch it themselves. I'm like, oh, this is actually really entertaining still. Like it still holds up. Now there are some areas where I'm like, okay, that's a bit but like for most part it still holds up. The problem with this new show as well is it is like what Saber was saying with the whole gender and masculinity thing, because like most of the guy characters, like they barely do anything or they die. Like they do stuff with characters. I'm just like, did you really have to, off this person for this? And I was just like, that just seems a bit off to me. And then like there's this whole thing where for example, one thing I will say I love a lot is they took the character Orko, the one that everyone annoyed everyone in the original, like, go this fucking wizard with the red hat and black and shit like that. And it's just like like everyone hated Orko in the original. And this one, they go into like his depression about stuff that happens and stuff, and it's like it goes to like the Finding Dory route where it's like, oh fuck, I can't watch the original now because that's fucking depressing. Like it's just like, well, if I watch the original, I'm just gonna be thinking about that the entire time. But it has a lot of stuff where I'm like, I'm interested in season 2. I'm interested in season 2. Like they have this big sort of finale that really shocked me, where I'm like, well, I have to keep watching now because I'm very curious. I really hope they don't go a route that they were going. But it is, I would say, okay, from this point of view, okay, so I understand why people are upset, but I also see why certain people love it. Now, I think that both sides are getting like really, like they overcompensate for one side. So it's like, oh, I hate this show. Oh, you hate this show? Well, I love this show. I love this show. I'm going to stand up for everything about it. This show is perfect to me. And it's just like, okay, slow your roll. Like really slow your roll. Like it's good. It has stuff that's in it, but it's not like great by any means. And I'm very interested in season 2. I don't want to talk about spoiler stuff, but yeah, that's what I'll say so far. I am going to keep watching it, see how it goes. But if you're really interested in He-Man, watch the 2002 one. It's legitimately good, still holds up. Mark Hamill. Oh yeah, let me talk about Mark Hamill as Skeletor. I wish I could give him a compliment because I love Mark Hamill as an actor. He's a great actor, but he's just doing his Joker voice. And the thing is, Mark Hamill is such a versatile actor. Yeah, no, it's just like, come on, Lin, and it's just like, that's Joker. You could have done a more Skeletor-y type voice, especially since this is a sequel. This is apparently a quote unquote sequel, soft reboot to the original 80s one. And it's like, okay, that's interesting that you're doing this sort of stuff. But yeah, I'll just say that without any spoilers. I think I understand why people are upset, but I think you can still, and for people who are completely new here, if you've never seen He-Man before or anything like that, you probably like watch and be like, oh, that was decent. If you've been a fan of He-Man for a bit, it's one of those kick in the teeth situations. That's what I personally think. So yeah, okay. I'm interested in it, but like I'm not like in love with it. Like, they really fucked up by saying like they shouldn't have lied. And that first trailer got everyone hyped thinking that was going to be the entire show when it wasn't. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? When the first Mission Impossible came out. Because it was based on a show. People nowadays like don't really know that the Mission Impossible movie franchise is based on a show from like the 70s or 80s or something.
Right.
That in that first movie they kill off every character. That was in the show. It was like, oh yeah, we're going to do our own thing. But now like the Mission Impossible movies, like people love them. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they did the same thing with the Transformers movie, the animated movie, not the Michael Bay ones.
Right.
But, like, in the 80s one, they were like, oh, you know those characters you loved in the TV show? Dead. Died. We have to sell new figures. Dead. Optimus Prime dead. But, like, Optimus Prime's death. Yeah. That would traumatize so many kids. So they were like, we have to bring Optimus back later on. So, yeah.
But I have, like, zero interest in, like, anything He-Man or She-Ra, so I'm like, eh.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, like, it's... the one thing I will recommend to you, Peele, is like you're ever interested, just like the 2002 He-Man. I think that's a fun watch.
I do remember seeing that one on like Cartoon Network a few times.
Yeah. I generally think that's a fun show to rewatch. I've been rewatching it; it's still really good. But yeah, this new one, not great, but I'll see how it is and report back when the thing comes out. And
all right, next thing. So Chip and Dale Park Life came out on Disney Plus.
They gay.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. They are gay as shit.
In that very first episode.
I don't mean that in like a derogatory way. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I wanted to ask Sarah about that. I was like, are they like
are they brothers?
Are they brothers?
The court's still out on this one.
Yeah, I know. Because like that whole last part of this episode, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's very progressive. So
Yeah, but with this show,
What
it's
happened in the last part of the episode?
the what?
What happened in the last part of the episode? Actually, that's air spoilers for anyone who wants to watch it. Never mind.
I mean,
I
okay,
mean,
so
it was only in like the first episode, but like there's the episodes contain like 7-minute shorts, basically, and it's very cute. There's not really any dialogue. It's just like them, having antics.
yeah, they just go,
Yeah.
you know?
They make kind of like gibberish
Yeah.
noises.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, that's pretty much all how they talk the entire way through. And so like that, and I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is good. It was fun. I really liked the show. Like it was actually, I like the style. I like the animation. I like how they were like on, like the way they reacted. Because I went back and watched some of the very first ones in the 40s afterwards. Because our friends Sarah and Race, they told us, they're like, oh yeah, that's how they were in the old days. Like, they didn't talk much. And so I was like watching the originals, and then like, okay, they were a bit more like you couldn't understand it. But then later on, they were talking really fast. Like, oh, this is nuts. Oh, I got this too. Oh, one for me, one for you. And they talk like super fast and high pitched. I was like, you barely understood them. And then like later on, they became more and more talkative. But with this one, I was surprised. Like, I think one of the reasons it's getting so much backlash is because like it's ironic. Like, it's weird. Like, if you go on like type in Chip and Dale on YouTube, like most of the stuff that's like current with Chip and Dale that's not Rescue Rangers has like a very like high dislike ratio on YouTube. And I was like, that's weird. Like there was this one where they were flying kites in CGI and it has like a bunch of dislikes. I was like, why do people dislike this? It's just Chip and Dale being like cute, people with the having a cute friendship and stuff like that. And then yeah, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a fun episode. I liked it. I'll keep watching it because I thought it was like really cute. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. I watched it last night when I was going to bed. And I gotta be honest, like even though they're very short like segments, they felt kind of slow to me.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's because I literally watched Jellystone before this. And
that'll do it to you.
Yeah. Because like
I watched this before Jellystone.
Yeah, because I really like Jellystone, which we'll talk about in a bit. But Chip and Dale, it's cute. There's not really any dialogue, and yeah, Ryan says it's because it's like a French production, so there's not really any English words.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like it's cute. You can just put it on the background or something. Just like have something on.
It's a 3 a.m. show, as Hirosashi would say.
Yeah.
Like you'd be laughing your ass off watching that shit at 3 a.m.
Okay.
No, I was saying like I literally watched it at 2 a.m. and then like they got to the last episode, and like when I say gay, I don't mean like like derogatory or anything. Like it's like it reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob and Patrick where they were like being parents to the clam, and they're like, oh. Could you do that? They're acting like a married couple, and it was just like this is funny. And then everyone's
Chip
like,
and Dale are married.
Overtime.
Yeah, exactly. They're like a married couple and stuff like that, and it's just like, aw.
Have they ever been brothers? Is that documented like anywhere? I have no idea. Are they brothers? Like
It's just a Mandela effect, right?
Yeah, I don't remember that. I think what was it? Macintosh? Were they brothers?
Macintosh are brothers. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were best friends.
Yeah.
No, that's Drake and Josh.
Oh, don't speak their name.
It's just Josh now.
Yeah, just Josh. Leave that boy alone.
I wonder if anybody's edited the intro to where like it's only Josh.
Did you see the one? There was this whole. I'm not. This is dark humor, but fine. Like, cause someone took like the court hearing, but they implanted Drake and Josh audio of the audience laughing like like when they're like saying. So I'm just like, oh my god, people out of pocket.
Disney.fandom.com says that they're brothers.
Oh,
I explain. Okay.
The most scholarly source available.
In Alabama.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Next thing, Saber can talk about this because I've only seen the trailer for it. The Prince on HBO Max, which came out like around the same time Jellystone did.
Yeah, it's gosh, what's there to say really? It's bad. It's bad. it. I know that like this entire conversation of like adult cartoons are looking the same, and it's like, okay, yeah, for like what the big studios push, what they're aiming for, I can see that with like Family Guy clones, and I mean, there's that Chicago Aunt Party that was announced earlier this week or whatever, and it's like, why do they all look the same? Why is there this weird, very simplistic vibe? And it's like, it's because it's just what people are familiar with. I think that's what they want. Or there's a certain audience that you can aim at, and that's what they want. So for the Prince, it kind of hits that checkbox, though this one's about the royal family. And what's weird to me is like, okay, like, yeah, you're punching up with the royal family, with the Queen and Philip, who's dead now, and Charles and whatnot. But this is from the perspective, like the main character are the children of the royal family. So you got like the main guy who's like an off-brand Stewie Griffin, right down to the voice and everything, just not as chaotic, just more vapid or like metrosexual? No, well, I don't know.
Metrosexual is like
metropolitan? Am I trying to say? Whatever, like the high life. Oh, I'm gonna go get a drink down at Starbucks and then go on my Instagram. High society. So it's So I know that for shows like this, it's like we're not looking to blow your mind with visuals. We're just telling. It's more of like an excuse to get some like crass writing in there. And hold on, one second, something blasting my ears here. Spotify, shut up. So I feel like I'm kind of dancing around my explanation. What gets me is that the kids are real. This is based on real children. And I guess it's nothing legal with doing satire and having children being in your show. But it just feels wrong, where it's like, these are children, real children. And I don't like this. Like, go after the Queen, go after the adults. If you want to make weird caricatures of Prince William and Harry, go for it. Go for it. But they're children. It's like, I wouldn't make them the focal point of your show, really. And then also someone posted me how like the guy who is like the showrunner or the creator, his Instagram is just littered with him like we looked at his likes and his replies. It's just he's obsessed with the royal family, and he's liking the pictures of the children from the royal family.
Oh,
but he's what?
I don't think it's anything like nefarious, as in like sexual, but more of like he's obsessed with studying them for his show and being like, what's William's son or daughter, or what's Harry's son or daughter about? Like, oh, I gotta know. And it just feels uncomfortable. And then
it's very odd.
Like, I literally thought you were gonna say children, and they said the royal family. I was like, oh, that's fine. And then you said, but the children. I was like, God damn it.
Here's a weird thing. Someone brought up they said Little Bush, but worse. I'd agree, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. What was that other cartoon that came out recently, like called Our President or something, where it was about Trump?
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think Colbert worked on that. But like, at least Little Bush, it's like they're adults. Even if they portray as children, they're still adults. That's what we're basing it on. And that. I mean, that was an ugly, stupid-looking show.
Yeah.
But like, it was a bit more. It's like, no, I feel like this one is so offensively stupid and bad that I can at least observe it as so and put that thought out there. Versus this one where it's like, feels uncomfortable. And then like, it's one of those shows where them saying bad words, being able to say fuck, is enough for them to be like, that's our writing. The Queen's like, I'll fucking cut you if you don't give me my fucking crumpets, and fuck you, you fucking wanker. And it's like, okay, she can fucking cuss. Good God almighty. Is that the joke? Right. Because there was an episode where the Queen cut, like she said fuck like 6 times. And I'm like, guys, it's getting old.
Was it censored or was it like...
No,
like
full on.
Yeah, because it's on HBO Max, so it's not on TV.
See, I mean, I feel like it's almost like HBO Max is like, we don't have to censor, and the writers are like dingle 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 dingle, like dingling the keys, fuck, and they said fuck, I clapped. So
I hate when they do that, because like censor beeps are so much funnier than the actual swear. Like a perfect example of this is the Boondocks when Tom loses that basketball game.
Yeah.
Like if you hear the uncensored version, he's like motherfucker, shit, great, shit, and it's just like then you hear the like censored version is like mother beep. and it's just like when you hear like a bunch of censor bleeps in a row, it's fucking hilarious. But, like, I hate when they do that. They just cuss up a storm. But yeah, that's silly.
You have to know like that it has to be more than just saying it. It requires a bit of tact and nuance to know how to deploy the word, and anybody can say fuck.
I don't want to rub it in y'all's faces. I'm just literally curious if there's a difference. When we were first discussing, I think it was Has Been Hotel, I said that the amount of fucks that they were saying, I was like, I get it. You're in hell. You're an edgy show. And that kind of like turned me off from it just a hair. I was just like, ugh. Like, I get it. It's edgy and for adults or whatever. And you guys were on board with it then. So why is this one different?
Because no, go ahead, Saber. You're watching.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. I think when you watch The Prince versus like Has Been Hotel, it's like, no, I can tell the difference between them kind of peppering it in because it's like, oh, it's crass, it's irreverent, and, fuck you, fuck you, kind of bitch, like that. And I get you. That was better deployed, though. You can have your criticism and reservations about them using bad language too much in Hell of a Boss or whatever, or I'm sorry, Has Been Hotel. But here it's like you watch an episode, you're like, good God, slow down. Like there's nothing creative that you're adding to it. There's no reason for it than you just saying it. And
I guess hell is more of a setting to say that kind of crass stuff than just England.
Yeah, that's what I was
well,
about
it's not
to
even
do.
just that.
Like for me, I would say like that's literally why Hero, like, it didn't bother me. It was like, because again, like I completely see where you're coming from, where it's just like if a show just is like constantly like that, it's just like, okay, I get your point. Like for me, because it was in hell. And I was just like, for me, that was my mindset, why it never bothered me at all. It's just like, it's hell. Like, everyone's a piece of shit. They're all, like, evil pieces of shit in hell. So, like, they would be doing, like, the foulest shit ever. So, I think that's literally why. It's just a location for myself. But, yeah, like, that's only free for me.
All right.
Oh!
So, yeah.
No, Saber, did they do the hand thing?
What hand thing?
So you know how like Family Guy has this thing with their
with the hands, yeah.
And they do that. Like, did they do that? But they do that in I froze. Whatever. So whatever. Do they do that in like other because they do that in like Big Mouth occasionally. So I was like wondering if they did that in The Prince.
I my eyes were glossing over. I couldn't tell. It was I mean, like, there's nothing about it that felt inspired. There was nothing about it where it felt like, wow, that's why you made it. I get it now.
Okay.
It's more you're watching and you're like, why does this exist? Was this necessary? Okay. Was this, whoa, why now? And I know the elephant in the room being that, like, Prince Philip died a few months ago. So some folks were like, oh, it's in bad taste. That was it's always been bad taste. I'm not saying you can't mock the royal family. Have at it. Punch up. Go for it. But like at the same time, I can also look at your show and go, what's the fucking point? What's the point? Like I'm it's not good. It's not worth watching. It's just like it's one of the worst of the Family Guy, or what worst? Yeah, it's one of the bad or the worst cases of Family Guy clone. Okay. And the guy who made this show also was a writer on Family Guy, so
that makes sense.
But like with that Chicago Party Ant whatever it's called, like coming out, like, man, I'm so ready for it to happen all over again. Where like I hope this show is just the worst, and I hope that we all collectively load our review guns and we're like, let's kill it. Like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see how terrible it's gonna be.
All right.
Okay.
Now moving on to a show that is supposedly much better than whatever this is. Jellystone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jellystone by C.H. Greenblatt, who was the creator of Chowder and Harvey Beaks. He is the head guy, or because he's not the creator of these characters, but he's the creator of this show. Jellystone, which takes a whole bunch of Hanna-Barbera characters together and puts them in one town, and they have like hijinks and stuff. So I love this show. I just finished it earlier, watched the last episode. And like, cause I've always loved like Siege Greenblatt's like shows. They're really good. And you can definitely tell like he's kind of refined his humor a bit, but it's still like crazy. And with these Hanna-Barbera characters that they have in this show, it seems like they chose characters that, oh yeah, we're never gonna make a show like based on just this one character, so we'll put them in this show. Like, because there are references to other Hanna-Barbera properties that just aren't in the show, like with the Flintstones, because they reference the Flintstones a little bit, and I can hear like the Jetsons like sound effects sometimes, but those shows are like very like popular, so they would probably want to do something with them. With these, they have like characters like Peter Potamus, Jabberjaw, like Augie Doggy, Huckleberry Hound, like who are probably never going to get their own show again. So they just put them in this town.
Right.
And I think it works really well. You have different episodes following different characters. Like they've changed some characters a bit, where like everybody sort of has their own occupation in the town. Because like Yogi doesn't just live in the forest; he's a doctor, like with Cindy Bear and Boo Boo, which is really weird. Like having Yogi to be a doctor.
Yeah. You know what? You know what was weird?
What?
In that first episode before the plot point, I was just like, "You're a fucking bear. Why can't you just eat?" Like, remember the first episode? That was like the first thing I'm thinking of. It's just like you're like I'm not. This is not a spoiler, people. This is literally plot of episode. Like plot of episode is Yogi wants to eat like 3 lunches at like their a thing, but he can't like choose which one, and so like freaking Cindy gives him this like black hole stomach so he can eat more.
Yeah, so he can eat everything, so he doesn't get satisfied. So like literally like you know that Garfield comic. Garfield. That like parody Garfield comic where he like eats literally everything. That's like the plot of the first episode is like Yogi Bear literally eating everything.
He's a fucking bear. I was like watching it. I was just like, man, don't tell me I eat more than a fucking bear, because I was just like, are you serious? I mean, I wouldn't eat that raisin shit that Boo Boo was eating. What the fuck, Boo Boo? But yeah, like that. I'd say I only watched it because Paleo suggested it, and it's fun. It's fun. Like I was surprised, like how fun it was, because I thought it was going to be some like Teen Titans Go, Thundercats Roar shit, and I was like, oh, here we go. And I watched it, and I was like, oh no, this is really actually quality.
There's some like lines that like really got me of like what Yaki Duck. She was saying like to her friends is like, oh yeah, I don't like this kind of thing, but I'm afraid if I don't go with you guys that you'll stop inviting me to things. I was like, oh, that's a great line.
That's so good.
But yeah,
did
they what?
I was gonna ask, like, so, because like I know for me, I was a bit like it wasn't like I had a problem with it. I was just like, oh, that's a bit interesting how they changed like characters' genders. Like, oh, Jabberjaw's female now.
Yeah.
And then
because like Augie Doggy, who was a boy before,
boy, now he's like a girl, and then. Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because like I looked at why he did it, and it was like, oh yeah, because like there were just so many men and all the women are side characters, or like we need to make it more diversified, but like it actually works in the show. It wasn't one of those situations where it's like, oh okay, I thought this is just like a, gonna be a negative situation. But it was like, oh no, that actually works. Like Jabberjaw as a female, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love Jabberjaw. Yeah, and because she like works at a fashion or a clothes shop with Magilla Gorilla, who is like the owner of the shop.
I like Magilla Gorilla. Yeah, he's funny. I like how he's just like, Will. Was that Mr. Peanut Butter or was that someone else? No, I'm thinking of someone else.
You know what? It might be. Because I was trying to pinpoint his voice. I was like, wait, who is he? Because I've heard him before, like in animated shows.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, because I was just watching it, and at first I was like, okay, whatever, and then I was like, okay, that's a good joke. I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that was a surprising good show. I actually think it was good. I need to finish it. So yeah, I've got 8 episodes. I only watched 3 episosodes, but I thought it was really funny.
Yeah,
I highly recommend.
I love how like Augie Doggy and Daddy Doggy, like Daddy Doggy is like so overprotective of his kid.
You don't want to eat my kid? Oh, so my kid's better. Yeah, it's just like, oh, come on. That was funny. That was good.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
And yeah, I think it's like an early episode, but like Peter Potamus is a weeb, and like I love that because it takes me back to like Harvey Birdman, where like they just played with the Hanna-Barbera characters, and with this they're doing that again. Did they have like Top Cat and his gang? But yeah, like with like changing the genders of characters is like if you they're like
has it? Oh, go ahead.
Because there were like so many like male Hanna-Barbera characters, so like let's change some.
Yeah, so I'm curious, like, because I have literally not seen anyone complain about it. So I was like I usually will see like a hashtag on Twitter, like, yeah. Can you believe this shit? But I didn't.
It was
see
like who's gonna complain?
I've seen it actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So I actually I have a few opinions about the show.
Go ahead.
I know there's one common complaint I saw, and it's inevitable. This isn't like you have to like kind of take it all in stride when it comes to like bad feedback, because like there'll always be people who are like, "Oh, I hate it." You know, it's this isn't animation. And it's like shut up. If that percent goes from 5% to like 20%, then something's going on. But for this one, like, okay, I went into it hearing a lot of good things, and I saw folks on Twitter talking about it the day it came out before I started watching it. And folks are like, wow, this show is hilarious. It's amazing. I can't wait. And I watched it and I was like, it's good. Like after 3 or 4 episodes, I'm like, it's good. I kind of, maybe my expectations were raised too high initially, where I'm like, I'm not laughing out loud.
I think they were, because like because I don't think it's as good as Chowder. That's the thing.
No,
like I don't
that's
think
hard to beat,
I don't think like Sage Greenblatt will ever like reach that height of hilarity again.
Right.
Well, hear me out. So I guess the genders being reversed or switched or whatever, that's fine, because you're absolutely right. There's way too many Hanna-Barbera characters. Hard truth, if there are folks who are like, they're ruining Hanna-Barbera, well, I'll tell that 90-year-old on their deathbed that don't worry about it. They'll miss you, and be like, shut up. Because like
no one cared.
Right, no one cares. I'm sorry. Like, same thing. Actually, Hanna-Barbera is in a worse position with these characters than Looney Tunes with theirs. At least Looney Tunes, you can make those graphic tees with like Bugs Bunny with gold teeth and a gun, you know? But Hanna-Barbera, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, at least, you know, the Flintstones, okay, because you kind of see the different, it's like, here's Hanna-Barbera, it's a big old slice of pizza, or, you know, pizza pie, and so this is the Scooby-Doo slice. This is the Flintstones or whatever. What's this? Oh, it's the talking animals that are anthropomorphic, like Snagglepuss.
There's like so many of them. Like out of all the characters that are like out of all the characters that are main characters in the show, like Yogi Bear is probably the most popular that they could make like another show of. But like, what are you gonna do with that? Like him in the forest again? Like.
Well, this show also kind of reflects how the change of the sense of humor. Yeah. And how like culture is constantly evolving, you know, compared to like OG Hanna-Barbera, where it's just characters doing wacky things. Oh, hey Fred, what are we doing? We're gonna steal a car, Barney, or whatever.
Oh yeah, like Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman, I like him in this too.
Well, I think you can only do so much of a certain type of humor until it gets old, and you're like, what's next? And I've noticed, actually, I'm trying to hear you in particular. I feel like I want to see what you think about this, and you guys can also weigh in. But it's that type of humor and writing and dialogue where it almost sounds insincere and meta when characters are talking, not in the sense of like, I knew the plot was going to do this because I read the script, but more of like how actual people would react if they were in this situation. Like DuckTales did that, the reboots. versus like the OG DuckTales where you wouldn't have that at all. Where Uncle Scrooge, we're in a temple and oh no, skeletons! Run, Uncle Scrooge, run! Versus if it was the reboot, it'd be like them actually discussing like we're in a temple. Why? I was on like couch drinking a soda, and I told you this would happen, and I'm not making any money. I don't care. I don't know. I'm having a hard time explaining it because I don't know how to really put it into words. But it's a sense of humor that feels
too meta.
Not too meta, but like
on the nose.
I'll be real with you, and maybe I should not even brought it up to begin with. But it's a different type of humor, and I don't even know how to put it into words quite yet. And maybe it's on me for that.
Is it that type of humor? Like, for example, Owl House does. We all need to still watch season 2. But like,
I want to see how Luz is doing.
Yeah, Luz, definitely Luz. But like how me and Hero had a discussion. I think we even talked about this on the podcast before. How like they'll reference something, but it's more like they're talking. So for example, it's just like, oh my God, there's a person with a fedora and hat, which you just means you are talking about these gender roles, which does not do anything and leads to burnout and blah blah blah. And it's just like, okay, yeah, we see.
Like, let the people on the internet do that. Don't.
Yeah. Don't do it yourself. All right, we know what you do. But like, see, I only know. Peele, you're like the one who has the most authority on this one, right? Because you watched it all the way through. So, because I've only seen 2.5 episodes because I stopped in the Jabba Jar one. So like. Is it that sort of thing where it's like, how Owl House or Big City Greens or like DuckTale, all them, like they'll do like a meta joke, but it's just like, but I can't believe that is just a horrible thing to do because it's really bad for your mental health. And it's like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's like, I was going to say that. I'm the audience member. I was going to say it, something like that. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where the conversation was going. Honestly,
let me bring it back in real fast. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's probably a term or an explanation of this type of humor that feels popular at the moment with shows, and I don't know if it's meta humor or irreverent or whatever, but I feel that. And that being said, there's also slapstick, and let me give full credit where credit is due. This was a great show. I liked it. It was really fun, and I liked that we got like Master Shake as the voice of Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss, yeah.
And you can tell it was a good blend of them knowing their source material, but also knowing how to have fun with it. Because here's the goddamn truth: a lot of these Hanna-Barbera characters. We're just in limbo. They're like, what are we doing? Fuck it, start over. And can we make Jabberjaw Girl? Fuck it, why not? Who cares? Like at this point,
and the fact that they have so many characters is that they could make a lot of episodes out of this because just of how many characters they have.
Right. Well, I like the Top Cat's gang. I like that one girl whose like eyes are kind of like lowered or whatever. She looks like the Animal Crossing character.
Yeah.
And you get. I actually thought Yogi was kind of annoying. But Cindy's fun, Boo Boo's fun, Captain Caveman, he's all right. I liked Augie.
Augie
Dog.
Augie, the bear
Yaki.
With the hat. Yaki and the bear with the hat.
Shag.
They're fun running around doing their thing. Kind of gives me Cutie Mark Crusader vibes. Kind of. But yep. So it sounds fun. I'd recommend it. It's not as mind-blowing as I thought it would be, but it's still enjoyable. I'm gonna run it real fast, but what's the next topic?
Old. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So somebody Kyle Garrison says, "Where's the Hair Bear Bunch?" They were in the first episode. I saw them got eaten.
They got eaten.
But yeah, like there's like a flood of like Hanna-Barbera characters they could just like show up in this show. So
right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good show. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for more episodes if they have more ready. But next, I'm going to talk about Old, the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Nice.
Because I went to go see it this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very interesting concept, where it's just this beach that these people go to, and then they find out, oh shit, we're getting older by the hour. Where like every hour is 2 years. Yeah.
Every hour was fuck.
Or something like that. Or it might have been faster. I think it actually might have been faster, so
So how many people are there?
Let's see. I think there are about like 10 or so, about 10.
10. Okay.
And they're trying to figure out, oh, why is this happening? Why can't we leave? Like whenever somebody tries to leave, they black out. And then they drag them back to the beach. Or if they try to leave in the ocean, that can't happen because they'll die.
Well, what happens in the ocean? Do they get eaten or sucked
no,
up
they
dry?
just like they drown. So,
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't swim. They like
Yeah.
sucks them down. Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is there like? I'm assuming there's kids in this movie, right?
Yeah. There's kids.
Okay, so please tell me they don't do that weird shit where it's like, oh fuck, you're hot. Say Paleo, you fuck. Oh no. But wait, how old are the kids? No, wait, how old are the kids?
The kids. Okay. So the thing is like about what happens when the kids grow up. Like their minds also grow. It's really weird.
No. So this is like that fucking video me and Hero were talking about months ago. Like it don't work that way. No. Yes. Okay. So wait, what do you mean their minds grow up?
Because there's a couple of because if you've seen the trailer, you see one of them's pregnant.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's very weird.
Wait. So like. What? Okay, so what age do they start at? Like, okay, before because my brain is, I'm wrapped around this now. Like, what age do they start at?
Like 4, 6, and 11.
4, 6. Oh god. So, that's gross. That's icky.
Yeah, it's really
really
weird. But a lot of people die. A lot of people die. Throughout this, and then there is like a twist at the end because like with
is there any black people in the movie?
Yes, there's 2.
Do they die?
Yes.
Do they?
Like most of the people that go into the beach die, so
okay.
Whether and you if you watch the movie you'll figure out like why. If you guys want to know and you don't want to watch the movie, I'll put up a spoiler screen.
Yeah, put up a spoiler screen. Tell me. I need to know.
I'm gonna put up a spoiler screen. I'll tell you like everything.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to see old, like mute the stream now, and then come back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm too invested in this. I need to hear what
All
the
right.
fuck was going on.
So the whole twist of the thing is that they are intentionally led to this beach because this resort that they went to is for like people who are sick or whatever, who have like something wrong with them either mentally or physically.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out how to cure people by leading them to this beach and giving them a drink when they arrive that they don't realize has medicine in it, and they lead them to a beach, to this beach that accelerates time, to see if their medicine worked or not.
Okay. And this beach is just there.
Yeah, because these rocks or something that like accelerates time because of magnets or something.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
It's
not
how
that
it works. Okay.
But yeah, like but yeah, the 2 main kids, like from the main family that you follow, they make it out, because they find this like tunnel of coral that goes away from the beach,
okay,
and then they like expose this resort for what they're doing.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, one of the kids gets pregnant,
I mean, they don't show like.
No, they don't show it.
boning.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't show it at all.
Okay,
They just
good.
they just have the two kids like talking to each other while the others are going away and realizing that the body that they found has decomposed.
Oh
So-
god. Okay. All right. Okay then. All right. So fucking.
But yeah, and
Magnus,
then
man.
there's this one guy who's like once he gets older, he becomes like very like his mind starts going. He starts like getting like the
Dementia?
crazy thoughts. Yeah, one
Okay.
funny thing that it's not it shouldn't be laughing at it. Was like there's this thing that he kept saying is like, okay, we gotta focus on the topic here. What was the movie that had Jack Nicholson and Marlon Brando in it? He keeps saying that, like throughout the movie,
Okay.
because he's like his mind is going, and then like he starts like getting
Dementia.
paranoid, and he's like the only person with a knife. He starts cutting people.
Well,
The
this
thing
a
is like
good movie.
the thing is like when he cuts people is like people just heal immediately because like the time's moving so quickly. And like one of the women that's there actually has a tumor in her, and
God.
the thing is like there's like, oh yeah, the doctor said it was benign, but it came back, and then it starts getting bigger and bigger, so they have to like cut it
Oh,
out
God.
and hold it open to take the tumor out.
Nasty.
But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in this movie.
Okay. So it was.
But yeah,
magic-
most everybody dies. There's this one woman that's that's the mother of the one kid who grows up to gets pregnant. The mother has like this calcium deficiency thing, so when she gets older, she develops a hump, and then she gets like obsessed over her looks, and then goes into a cave, and then like the two main kids go into the cave to like hide from everybody, and then she like starts throwing rocks at them. She holds this one rock, hits her hump, and then it heals into the wrong place. And then she goes like chases after them, and then she like becomes like that guy from Futurama who has bonitis, who like she just like rolls around and like all her bones are like healing in the wrong places. So weird.
Okay, so the twist was magic rocks.
Yeah, well,
That was
that wasn't really the main. The main twist is that like, oh yeah, this resort is like doing shady shit.
So who are the people behind the resort? Did they like die?
Yeah, it was like there's some like medical thing, but yeah, like they were like turned into the police and everything.
He's ending a lot of movies where he's turning into police now. And what was that fucking the grandparents movie? Oh
Yeah.
they like here's Grace.
But yeah,
Shyamalan.
it's really weird. Anyway, that's all the spoilers I can think of.
Okay. There you go, Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Mm,
All right.
fucking murder.
Okay, let's see what next do we have here. Because I think that's all the review stuff that we're doing. Next is trailers.
Yeah.
So we got our like official main trailer for Dune. We did have like a teaser trailer before.
Spice.
Yeah.
Spice. Yes.
Also,
He's
it's Saberback. Oh yeah.
on the couch with Lammy.
You're talking about Dune?
Yeah, the trailer.
Up here. But I don't know anything about it, so I'm gonna kind of distract myself. So talk about it if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Jax,
just trying to
did you
coming
see
out
the
at all
trailer?
times.
I saw the first teaser. I didn't see the new
Okay.
one. So like, is the worm in it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
All
like,
I know about Dune is there's a giant ass worm that I thought was from Beetlejuice for the longest time. Like, all I thought about. Okay.
Yeah. So Dune, it has like a lot of people that have been in like like superhero movies like recently in this.
Yeah. Batista.
Yeah,
Frickin'
like
Zendaya.
Josh Brolin's in it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Zendaya.
yeah. What's his name? Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa's in it.
Yeah.
But it's from Dennis Villeneuve. I do not know how to say his name, but he was the director of Arrival and Blade Runner 2049, which both are fantastic movies. So
Okay.
I do have confidence in this, especially
Okay.
after seeing this trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready to see this. I've never seen the.
Have you seen the original?
I've never seen the '80s Dune, and I've never read the books, but I'm very
Okay.
interested in what this movie's gonna be like.
Are you gonna watch the '80s one before you see this? Or
I
are you
might-
gonna
I might
watch it
do
after? Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, because all I know about Dune is literally worms and spice. That's
Worms and spice.
real. Yeah, worms and spice. That's all I know. Freaking Timon's favorite stuff. Ugh.
All right. Next trailer. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Had its like full trailer.
Who gives a fuck about the trailer? When Ecto Cooler?
Right?
I don't give a fuck about the fucking thing. I just want Ecto Cooler. All right, like I legitimately, everyone's like, coming like, oh, I can't believe they're fucking messing up the whole series because of blah. It's like, shut the fuck up, Ecto Cooler. Bring that back.
I'm very surprised. Like people are mad at this. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, looks fine.
Yeah. Right. Like I'm
just wondering, is like, why are they being so serious about it? Like, wasn't Ghostbusters a comedy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, this movie, like, it looks like so serious and Stranger Thing-ish because of that kid who was in Stranger Things. But it's like, the way this movie trailer plays out, it's like, okay, so Egon's family is gonna go and meet the old Ghostbusters, and they're gonna go do stuff. And I just am like, okay, I'm just so indifferent to it. Like, everyone's like having these big issues with it, and I'm like, oh god, I don't care. I just want this. I don't care. I really don't. Like, I'm literally so focused on Ecto Cooler. But like, the whole thing is, all right, is this supposed to be like a comedy in any sort? Because it doesn't feel like comedy. Like, there was nothing in this movie that was making me like laugh. Like, I was like, is this supposed to be played straight? Are they playing a Ghostbusters movie straight? Like, because the last one was too comedy, and then like the first two, you know, they're a perfect blend of horror and comedy together. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably just watch it because I'm like just curious.
I'm watching it because it's Ghostbusters, and there's going to be Ecto Cooler. And if there's not, we're going to have problems. Okay, I will literally because you don't do that shit. You don't fucking have Ghostbusters not have Ecto Cooler back. Fucking people.
All right. Let's see. Next thing. So remember that movie that came out earlier this year called Army of the Dead? That was by Zack Snyder. Apparently he's doing another thing called Army of Thieves, which is a prequel to the guy who opened the safe in the casino.
Are there zombies in it?
It's before the outbreak like became like really bad.
So there's zombies in it before it became really bad. So that means that there should be some zombies.
I'm just very confused. I was like, wait, are you trying to do like your own like cinematic universe on Netflix like this quickly?
Wait, was Army
of the Dead was like this year, and this is coming out later this year.
Wait, is Army of the Dead a sequel to Dawn of the Dead 2004?
I don't think so. No, I don't think there's any
Zack
relation.
Snyder do both?
Yeah.
Didn't Zack Snyder do?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's completely different. They're not the same thing. Because I'm so curious.
I do not think they're the same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's just weird then. That's just odd. I guess. Give the man a Snyder cut, and he thinks he can make his own franchise. Okay. Shit. Okay. Fuck.
Getting them big heads, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
But yeah, it's like okay. Next, Vivo had its own. Ryan said they also announced like an animated prequel TV show. Okay. They just want to make like their own franchise or something. Anyway, Vivo. The trailer for this came out. This actually comes out like next Friday. No, this Friday. Because like August 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Lin-Manuel Miranda musical by like Sony Pictures Animation. I think it's Sony Pictures Animation. And I watched the trailer, listened to the music. Sounds like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Like, like I heard like certain notes, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's that kind of music.
Right. That's that kind of music.
Yeah, that's that kind of music.
Yeah, that's that Hamilton shit.
I'm just surprised that like it took this long to get like a full trailer for it, and it's out this week.
Mhm.
But I just use this picture of the main girl character because look at her hair. It's gigantic. Like her
Happy
hair.
birthday, Jim. He's in the chat.
Oh,
Happy
hey
birthday,
Jim.
Jim.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's today's Jim's birthday, by the way.
Yes, and he's welcoming a beautiful child again into this world.
A third one? Dang, Jim, you did work, bro.
Yeah. He's gonna be Augie Doggy or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Pop-
Augie Doggy.
Yeah, okay.
Jim's living that American dream.
Yeah, Saber, you have any thoughts on Vivo?
I actually didn't watch the trailer, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Okay.
But keep it that way, because I hate the truth.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. that
Just
way.
Peele throwing that shade up in the Heights. Yeah,
Mm.
In the Heights was fine. Like it was just fine.
I'm with you. I agree.
I like
The part-
the at the pool song. I like that song.
The
So,
$96,000.
Yeah,
one.
96,000.
it
was
got
fun, yeah.
corny after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the movie, I was like, is it around halfway through? I'm like, it's getting corny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I think I will like this more though because like it's an anime movie, so. Let's see. Next, let's talk about. Oh, Sam Jackson talk about. I don't know if you watched it.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah. The Carnage trailer. Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah, I literally, this was one of those times where like, usually I follow the Hirasashi rule. I've been so good with that, but like, I have waited so many fucking years to see, because for people out there, Carnage is literally my favorite villain. Like, I love like his lack of rationality. Just like, what is his whole thing? I just like to kill people. It's fun. I just like to hurt people. He's like that wasp from Caleb City. It's just like, I just like to hurt people. So, I really was curious what they were going to do with him, how they were going to design him, because like for years there have just been so many fan trailers and fake things of how Carnage will look in live action, and so I was just like, I have to see what he looks like, just like because I need to see how he is designed. And so like when I saw him, I was like, okay, shit, like because for me one of the biggest things with Carnage is like he has black teeth, and I was just like, I kind of wish he had black teeth in the movie, but I understand why stylistically they couldn't do that, even though I kind of wanted him to have like either yellow eyes and yellow teeth, like the ultimate version of Carnage. But I was like, okay, whatever, I'll watch this. And then for me, it just looks like dumb fun. That's all it looks like to me. Dumb fun. Venom. I love Venom to death. He's my favorite comic book character. And Carnage just going at it first time on screen. Like, to me, this is literally like, I don't give a fuck about plot. I don't give a shit about anything. I just want to see these two go at it. Like, because again, like when I watched Venom, like my whole thing with Venom, like I was not paying attention to any other plot thing. I just wanted to see freaking Venom do his shit. And like every time I saw Venom, he reminded me of Spider-Man PS1, how Eddie Brock was in that game. So like surf the web, and the way he talked, like that like cracked me up. So that is all I'm interested in for this film. I'm excited to see Carnage. I just want hopefully Woody Harrelson does a great job with this. I think the design is like really cool for what they are able to do. Maybe a little bit more black in there just because that would be interesting. But for the most part, I'm not going into this like thinking like, oh god, it's gonna be a masterpiece. I'm just going into this like I finally am seeing these two go at it. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Next for some like TV trailers. So we got our first look at Star Trek Prodigy. That's going to be on Nickelodeon or on Paramount Plus, I think.
Right.
Saber, did you see this?
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm discovering, and I promise I'll make this quick, incredibly fast. Logan Paul had a cryptocurrency, and then there was a cartoon that was made for it called Dink Doink, and it looks it was straight up it's a South Park ripoff looking thing. I mean, like verbatim looks like South Park, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And there's this little promo video on the website called dingdoink.com, where they're like, "What's Dink Doink?" Well, it's a cartoon character, and unlike Mickey Mouse, he's decentralized, being the first decentralized cartoon character for availability ever. And I'm like, you mean public domain? You
Right?
Do you know about like literally fairy tales, you dumb fucks? Like, and I'm just watching. I'm like, this is so stupid. I mean, and it's funny is they even said the word pump in their little promo video. I'm like, yeah, it's finish the sentence and dump. So,
Oh god.
yeah, I'm just like, why would they do this? Stupid. Logan Paul made a South Park ripoff. Okay. All right. Your question again. I'm sorry.
Oh,
One more time.
the Star Trek cartoon that's coming on Paramount Plus.
I need to watch it. The Green Girl's hot. That's all I know.
Oh, what green girl? I can look her up.
No, I'm talking about
the
one
finger?
that's coming out like this fall.
Star Trek Under Deck, whatever.
No. Star Trek Prodigy is the 3D one.
Oh.
Yeah. Where this one is mainly more meant for kids. Where like the next thing. Wait.
Is that Janeway?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay. Neat. Cool.
I mean, because you know more about Star Trek than I do. So.
Just
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little. I mean, I'll watch it. We'll see.
All
These
right.
look like characters for that WildStar game.
That's
Kind of
unfortunate.
does.
That game's ugly as sin, so that's unfortunate.
All right. That was a short talk about Star Trek. Next, Blade Runner Black Lotus, which is an animated series that's gonna be on Adult Swim, based on the Blade Runner franchise. The trailer is not getting very good reception right now. I went on it and it's like almost half like dislikes, and it's like mainly people are complaining about like the song that they chose for the trailer because like this doesn't sound like Blade Runner. But I'm kind of with people where it's like it seems like it's kind of just like a generic kind of sci-fi thing. It doesn't really have much of a Blade Runner identity. And yeah, that like people were saying like, oh yeah, it looks more like Alita, like Battle Angel or whatever.
Battle Angel.
And honestly, the animation kind of looks like subpar compared to like other stuff. So I'll have to see like when it comes out, but so far I'm not very impressed by it. Because when I heard of like, oh yeah, Blade Runner like animated series, but I'll have to see more because like that trailer wasn't doing it any favors for me.
Right.
All right, next thing, something for Jax, the Chucky, the Chucky series. I just watched the
Chucky trailer. Yeah, I'm super hyped for that because like the way they for people that don't know, Chucky has a new power now, so he can be anywhere. Like literally, like his whole thing is in the Cult of Chucky. So basically what happened is, because he made a whole joke about it, like he was on this site called voodooForDummies.com, and he had this, because the whole thing with Chucky is like his power is this voodoo spell he learned where he like can transfer his soul into anything, and like he got.
I thought you meant Rugrats. Sorry.
They make that. You know what's so funny? They actually make a joke in Rugrats that is fucking related to the horror series, which I fucking loved, because it was like there's this whole scene where like Chucky meets this other kid. He's like, I thought you were a monster or something. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought too. And he's like, I'm Freddy. Hi, Freddy. I'm Chucky. And then they did this whole thing. And I was like, that's fucking that's smart. I like it. But it's funny because in Cult of Chucky, basically he has been transferring his soul to like multiple dolls and multiple people. So like now he can like literally put his soul into various things. As long as he like says the voodoo spell, he can put his soul into it. So like this series takes place, I'm assuming, after that movie, and so like it's just very interesting. It's like, oh shit, well I'm hyped for fucking hell out of this movie. I'm super hyped for this. Like I'm just super hyped for this. I can't wait for how to go. Brad Dourif is back as Chucky, and he's always a delight. He's been Chucky since day one. Besides the reboot, of course. And yeah, I'm like just super invested. I'm like just curious to see what it is. Like I love Chucky.
All right. Besides this and what's the show? The Evil Dead show. Has there been other like horror movies that have been turned into like TV shows?
Yeah, Freddy's Nightmares. There was a whole show in the 80s with Freddy Krueger, and it was literally he just would do this thing like, hey, I'm Freddy, I'm like the Crypt Keeper, and I'm gonna tell you about this episode, and then he would fuck with people in the episodes and like, you know, do that stuff. So yeah, it's interesting when they do stuff like that, because like I know they had a Friday 13th series, but it wasn't Jason related, it was just called Friday 13th, and so like it's always cool when they do this sort of thing where they like take a character and then they bring him back for it. So yeah.
All right.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, true. Saw that Toon Jay.
We got a trailer for I Heart Arlo. Not the YouTuber or the dinosaur or the what's another one?
Alligator.
No, it is.
No, it is the alligator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the home security system. That is a thing.
Is that what?
Yeah. There's a home security system called Arlo.
Arlo Essential Spotlight Camera. That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I Heart Arlo is a continuation of the movie that came out. If you have not seen the movie, do not watch the trailer for the series, because there is a massive spoiler for one character. Yeah, they just show, they're like, oh, okay, like I guess if you haven't seen the movie. But yeah, what I said with the movie is that I feel like it lends itself, these characters lend themselves better to a show, so I'm excited to see what they do with the show, because with the movie I was like, oh yeah, it was a pretty cute movie, but I think the characters will probably work better in a show. So
right,
and they were already planning on that. So
when did the first one come out? The movie
it came out in April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is
because because they planned these together.
Okay. I wonder if Ponies did the same thing. That'd be funny. Hey guys, you ready for Ponies next month? Well, get ready for freaking November, because now you have the full G5 series.
All right. Next thing. That is all the trailers. Now getting some news, and then we'll go to Q&A. So Jordan Peele's next movie, the director of Get Out and Us, next movie is called Nope. Nope.
Yep, that's all I know about it.
And there's a poster with a cloud that has like a string or something hanging from it. I'm not sure what that's referencing, but I'm interested. Let me see. I kind of want to just go into it like completely blind. I don't want to even look to see what it's about until like until a trailer comes out. But yeah, the next movie called Nope.
Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't seen anything for it either, so I'm curious how it's gonna be.
All right. Then next thing, Netflix is going to be working on. It's very early in development. But working on a live-action Pokemon series.
That'll be interesting.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Hopefully
they're more realistic than Detective Pikachu.
It's gonna be so bad. Watch it be good. Watch it just subvert our expectations and be good. Wait, it's a movie or a TV show?
It's a series.
So it's not gonna look as good as Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, but it says sources also say the project would be a live action series like akin to Detective Pikachu. So I'm
I'm.
There are no details about the plot or anything. Just know that it's that Joe Henderson is attached to it, who was the producer of Lucifer, which I have not seen.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just a Pokemon show. I mean, there are already so many different Pokemon shows. I started watching some of the Pokemon Journey show with Hero when we were up in Virginia, and I like that. I like that.
Ash with his stupid squigglies on his faces.
Yeah, the squiggly, yeah.
Like, what are those?
They're anime squiggles.
Just anime squiggles.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was very surprised by its Detective Pikachu, so we'll see. Though Netflix doesn't really have a good track record with making live action anime stuff.
Right.
Nope. Well, we'll see soon with what, the Cowboy Bebop live action show? Because that's supposed to come out soon.
Yeah, that's supposed to be out very soon, apparently. Yeah. So I'm curious how they're going to do that. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. All right. Next thing before the last topic. Arthur is ending after 25 years.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That's a good number to end on.
That is a very good number to end on.
It's
very good.
Yep. I agree.
It's been 25 years. That is a life. Yeah, sure.
I wanted to ask you guys, like, what was your favorite episode of Arthur that you watched as a kid or whatever?
I couldn't even tell you one. I have no idea.
I can tell you easy. It's the one where fucking DW swears. That shit is hilarious. That shit where she is like, cause like what was so brilliant about this episode is like every other show that had their cursing episode during the time would always just use random sound effects or they would like go away. And it was like, oh no, freaking Arthur is saying bad words. And we're just like, oh God, they're going to say a bad word episode. And they just straight up go with the bleep. They straight up go with the fucking South Park censor bleep of just like I thought that was absolutely hilarious that they're just going with that. They're actually using the censor bleep, not just random things. Like it's a PBS Kids show and they're using a real bleep like that. And then like how savage
isn't that ridiculous that the literal censor, the way that you don't say a curse word is important.
right it was hilarious. That episode is one of the funniest episodes ever. Like just like
you don't even say the word is important.
It's just like, Arthur, what does it mean? It's just like what are you watching? It's just like, what are you watching?
I'll tell you what my favorite episode is, because like it's a very distinct memory in my mind. I was like at my grandma's house, like, and just watching Arthur, and there's this episode that came on where like Buster was obsessed with trying to get a fossil.
Nice.
And like yeah. And like and like Arthur's like, can we go? They got soda. It's like, you can get soda anytime. I want to get a fossil.
I remember that.
I was like, Buster was me. Like,
wasn't there I as a kid I had a crush on that one bunny girl with the bangs over her eyes.
Yeah. Oh no, that I know, the bully girl. She was fun back in the day.
Now she's garbage.
I want to specify. I'm specifying back in the day. Yeah, I had a crush on her back in the day. Like, I don't remember her name. I think that's why I like tomboys though, because like she was just like, oh yeah, fuck you, Arthur, and then she was like, what was her name? What was her name? Fuck, I can't remember.
I'm sure the chat will know.
Chat. What was that bunny girl from Arthur's name?
Her name is Hops.
Molly. That was her. Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to slap the shit out of Francine and Muffy at the same time. Like, like a turbine spinning around. Just because I'm like, who's the biggest? Because there's some people in the show where I'm like, God, you guys suck.
You guys suck.
Francine, you're loud and you're crass.
Kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember the episode where she's.
Wait, what about Sue Ellen? Sue Ellen was chill.
Sue Ellen was fine.
Is she the ass's fat girl?
Yes. Sue Ellen was the fucking cat with the ass that's fat.
I
Not
said
this
it.
now.
No.
I want to make it perfectly clear. This is a meme. This is a fucking meme from fucking Reddit years ago. All right, but that is like Sue Ellen. Yeah.
I need you to know that
4chan. Fuck it. Same shit. I don't use it.
The first time I saw the ass is fat, I was fucking dying. Like, I needed air. I was like legit on the floor.
It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read.
So
Like,
fucking
I chat. If you see it, go to, what was it, 5chan or some bullshit? Yeah, go look it up and read that entire scripture.
worst
it is just
scripture.
fucking hilarious.
The worst part, I was
hilarious.
my dumb kid brain related, where I'm like, oh yeah, like she was different, and kid me noticed, which is weird. But there's that one character who's like the poodle, and she was the supreme bitch. Like there's so many bitches in that show, and remember the episode when Brain and like his dad owned like an ice cream shop or something, and it was like a versus Arthur's dad baking cake. And it's like, no, cake's better. And they were like obsessed with one-upping each other. I remember that.
Right.
And then like I think Mr. Ratburn was like, ice cream cake or something.
Hey! Does somebody have cake?
I'm sorry, I started to read it, and already I'm not okay. I love it so much.
Read it out loud, Hero, for the chat.
No.
Read it out loud, Hero, for the chat. Come on, Hero, do it. I'll read.
It's not even the text.
What? I'm not.
It's like 60% the text, but 40% the comments.
It's fucking hilarious. Chat, go look it up. It is the funniest fucking shit you will read in a while. Like it is. It will hurt your lungs how bad you will laugh. Like it was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. See, already broke him. See.
Anyway,
sorry,
yeah,
go on.
yeah. Arthur.
Remember that DW was voiced by a boy? That was always shook me the longest time I found that out. Like fucking DW.
Yeah, but Arthur, very, very like important show. Like, they talked about like a lot of like mature topics as well.
They did, yeah.
Didn't they have a weed episode? I'm not even joking.
I don't
Did
know.
they have a weed episode?
I don't know, like,
no.
because there's a lot of episodes.
Uh,
Yeah, Arthur, I guess ended and not going on forever.
Yeah, good for it. They saw SpongeBob, and we don't want to become that.
All right. Last thing we're gonna talk about. So Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney,
Yeah.
and then Disney like said something else. Like, oh, well, why would you do this when like COVID and stuff is like, why would you say something when you have your parks open? Like,
right.
So it's a whole thing. But it's weird because like it seems like Scarlett Johansson has been kind of like been fucked by Disney for a while. And now it's starting to like come out and how like just like unfair it's been.
Right.
And I heard Jim talk about it on his podcast on Saturday, and how like if any of like these like newer stars that were to say anything, like they would have just like pushed it on their rug or something. But since it's Scarlett Johansson, it's like all out there now. So
Right.
because like she actually has the star power to like do something.
Exactly. And then like wasn't Cruella also suing?
Yeah. With Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the same thing. Like they put the money of it going to Disney Plus and her paycheck getting cut or something like that. The similar thing that Scarlett's going through.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's gonna be it'll probably be a long thing, or if they'll settle. I don't know. I don't know the finer details of all this because I'm not a lawyer.
Right.
You said when you were in court, you knew what you're talking about. No wonder why I owe 15 alimonies.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll probably like follow up with this whenever it like settles.
Actually ends.
Yeah. But now, let's go to Q&A.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get some cake. I'll be right back.
So, if you want to ask questions, you can send us super chats, or you can send us a tweet on Twitter with our Twitter handles right there. So we already got a few super chats in. First one from Deli18, saying, "What is the most crazy musical you have seen? If not, what is the most absurd musical idea you can think of?" Crazy Cats, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
answer correct.
Hero, what about you? Because you've seen a lot more.
No,
musicals
it's
than I
cats.
have.
It's cats.
It's cats?
It's not even a contest, actually. Second, yeah, I don't know. Second to Cats is Hairspray, which is way less, like way less. It's like Cats is just up here. Most musicals are not crazy, at least the ones that I watch. I don't know.
Emily Song asking, would you guys say that the new HBO Max series, The Prince, is one of the worst animated shows of 2021 so far?
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so I can't say. But probably is. Let's see.
I want to let me out real fast, guys. Be right back. He's spinning his head around.
All right.
Mhm.
Enigma Prince asking, let's try to be original for this question. Pitch out your own original serial movie killer for their own franchise. How they kill their victims, or who and what can ultimately defeat or kill them. This is definitely a Jax
That's
question.
a Jax question.
Yeah.
I got bad. What's up? So what's the question again? I'm sorry.
Question is, pitch your own original serial movie killer.
Okay.
For their own franchise, how they kill their victims, and who or what can ultimately defeat them.
Oh, okay. Let me think about this. Okay. I like the idea of killers who do good things, but like quote unquote good things, but they go about it in like a negative way. So for example, I like the fact that like I remember years ago I saw this thing where like this guy was going around, he found like these doctors who were doing like fucked up shit, and then he would like kill them. And what he did was somehow when he killed them, he like absorbed their soul, and then like he would take their essence of their soul, clean it out, and then he would like put it in like people who were dying so they could live a healthy life or that lifespan. And so I would take that concept of my killer going out being like an anti-villain, where it's just like, okay, like if you were going out through the day, like you just like, oh, okay, I'm probably not gonna go fuck up like a grocery market because I'm evil. But like if you like, you know, bumped into him, be like, bitch, and then like, you know, like had some altercation, he would follow you to your car and fuck you up, and then like do that thing where he rips your shit out, and then like go heal people who need it and stuff like that. So like if he sees a homeless person who's like starving, he could like go heal them, but then he would like just keep ripping people apart. And the way to like kill him would be because I'm gonna make a franchise. This is patent pending. Writing this down.
Okay.
Hold on. Get back to me on weaknesses. Yeah, y'all go.
Okay. Because
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why we were like, get Jax.
All right. For Paleo, he has a shark creature. And his shark creature is like, look, bitch, you come in my ocean, and you piss in my ocean, I'm gonna eat you. And no. Here we go. It's like poison ivy, but with fish. So at Paleo, he has this fucking orca shark giant squid fusion together, sharktopus looking motherfucker, but it's like an orca, and it's like got all these things and it's fused together, and then like the things in the ocean. And so like what happens is like when people start like throwing a bunch of shit in the ocean, like it gets summoned up, and it's like, what the fuck? And so like it comes and it eats fucking boats and shit like that. and it keeps fucking eating people and shit like that. They're like, what's going on? It's like, you're fucking up the ocean, bro. And so like it's just like they figure that out. And the way to do it is to keep the ocean clean. And it's a good message about keeping the oceans clean. So, boom, that's Halio's one. All right, for Hero.
I thought about it the entire time this question has been being answered, and the best thing I can come up with is someone that feeds off of stress. And then once you become stressed enough, he kills you. But that's not interesting.
No. Okay, so we're doing that. All right, that's good. That's a good premise. All right, here, let's run with it. So, the person feeds off of stress. And so what their whole premise is, they have to make you more stressed. So like they intentionally follow you wherever you go on the internet. You can't block them. You can't like get rid of them. They follow you around and they will like do fucked up shit to make you more stressed. They'll dox you. They'll like put like private stuff out. They'll put your like stuff out there. And then like they'll get you like feeling like, oh, you're fucking canceled or some shit like that. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? I can't handle this shit. And then like they keep doing all this stuff, and it's like, I fucking can't deal with it. And they do this, and the stress builds up, and the person dies. And then, like, the way you catch them is you have to have, like, completely just self-control of yourself. Like, yeah, you know what? I
just calm down. Just like,
yeah, fucked up. I can't do anything. And then they have no power, and then they're going to get frustrated, and then they're going to give themselves away, and then you can go to their house and shoot them.
That's the end of the movie. Just like,
and then for the franchise, it like the blood seeps into the computer, so they become the computer troll. And so like they'll go to computer things and like go through like things and like, I'll fuck up your computer now. And then like they're gonna keep fucking up. They'll like go through all your private stuff and stashes and they'll put it online. And then you like have this cyber troll, and it's like, what the fuck? You were a human in the first movie, now you're a fucking demon, and now it's fucking insane. And you gotta like learn how to deal with this person, and then you gotta like go to your hacker friend. It's like, oh, I'll find out how to take care of him. And then like, you know, it's like a whole movie, 90 minutes worth. This is the sequel. Then we get to the third movie. I don't know how long you want to go with this franchise here. Okay. It's about the franchise.
See, Jax watches these movies.
Yes, I do.
All horror movie questions directed to Jax, please.
All right. Got a super chat from Toon J here. It says, what's your favorite and least favorite art style changes in an animated series? It has to be the same show, not a reboot or new iteration.
God.
First thing I thought of. First thing I've thought of was Dexter's Lab. When they changed the art style there.
You know what? I kind of agree with you there, but like I noticed like when I was a kid, it didn't bother me as much. But like I completely see what you're talking about, because Powerpuff Girls did the same thing, but it was the movie style, so I didn't mind it.
So yeah, for like least favorite, I would say like something like Dexter, and for favorite, I would say something like Powerpuff Girls because they went with the movie style.
Right. Yeah, like the biggest one to me is just fucking American Dragon Jake Long. Like it looks so much better in season.
There's also like The Simpsons, where like the first season looks like very different from later seasons.
Ooh,
yeah.
Which one do I choose? One Punch Man or Seven Deadly Sins? Yikes.
No. Yeah, that's very valid. That's very valid. Like if you're talking about like anime, there's so many anime out there where I'm like, what the fuck? Like Super to Z. Like if you watch Z and then you go to Super, it's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, god damn.
But what's a glow up? There's a lot of glow downs, sure.
A glow up is fucking One Piece. One Piece
blew
up hard.
That's true.
That fucking blew up hard.
Stick figure.
Fucking stick figure ass.
Oh, Adventure Brothers.
Yeah, Adventure Brothers got better and better every season. Oh, another one. TMNT 2012 got better with the CGI. Like before, the first season's very stiff. The second and third season they get more fluid because they're better using the stuff.
Also, I guess Rugrats. Rugrats looks Garbaggio the first few episodes.
Oh no, the first season. Oh god, it's awful. But then
terrible.
Rugrats is one of those shows where the animation or character design, well, both actually, they pick up in like I want to say season 2, 3, and 4, and then like they hold up for a while. But then when they get to the last few seasons, I don't know, just something about the character designs.
The same thing kind of happens with The Simpsons. Where like if you look at like recent episodes, the animation looks kind of weird. Whereas like everything like after the first couple seasons, in between like I guess the movie and like a bit after the movie, whereas like the animation looks fine, but then like recent seasons they're like, oh, they're cutting corners here. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, would a glow down be because I guess like it has to be the same show, or can it be like the same show but a different name?
They said the same show, not a reboot or new iteration.
Oh, okay, then yeah, because I was about to say like Star Wars Clone Wars Gendy versus Star Wars Clone Wars the CGI.
Right, yeah, those are like two completely different.
Yeah, the two different things.
Yeah.
And actually, oh god, I'm thinking of more now. Like for instance, fucking, oh god, I'm blanking on it. It's on my Ed, Edd and Eddy was one of those ones where like I don't know, for some reason when they started going to school, even though the animation looked more cleaner, it just looked a bit, I don't know, I prefer the older versions of it. Like it always just like it wasn't terrible by any means of this or stretch of the imagination. It just looked a bit different. I was just like, that's just a bit odd. Or like here's another one. Remember Home Movies? Home Movies
yeah.
Squiggly lines in like
yeah.
season 1, and then they like made it flash, and so stuff like that. Yeah, digital ink. That's what happened. They went from they started doing digital ink stuff, so that explains it. Yeah.
All right, we got a go on to Twitter here. It says from a couple from Disco Elwood saying a question. Maybe let's see. Parker Simmons, the creator of Mau Mau, has a YouTube channel called the Goldwyn Dinner Club. It's just him and his friend Griff, who voices Badger Clubs, playing games and talking about stuff. Oh, that's cool.
The creator, the person you just mentioned, they replied to a tweet of mine. I didn't realize it was them at first. Because like I was showing them the cherry pie clip, and I was talking about this scene damn near killed me the first time I saw it, and it was me watching it laugh my ass off. And then he was like, I'm sorry, someone called the police. I did not do this. All right, I did not murder this man. And so I was like, oh, he's funny. He's self-referential. I like that. It's like,
Then a question mainly for Jax says there is a comic from Image Comics called Vinyl. You might like it because it has slashers fighting a murderous cult. That's all.
Oh wow! What's it called? Vinyl?
Yeah, Vinyl.
I need to look this up. Vinyl. I haven't heard anything about this. I wonder if it's actual slashers. Let's see. Vinyl.
All right. Nathaniel Foga asking, what's your guys' favorite Hanna-Barbera character growing up? I mean, it's technically they're Hanna-Barbera, Tom and Jerry. I do love Tom and Jerry.
What?
But if you want to go like with the more like TV
Muttley.
Ones,
Muttley.
Yeah.
He fucking cracked me up. Shit fucking cracks me up.
But if you want to go more the like, I guess like the 60s, 70s like type ones, I would say is like I did watch a lot of Scooby Doo, like on Cartoon Network and stuff.
What's new there?
But also Flintstones a lot.
What's this Scooby Doo? Yeah, I guess. I mean, variations matter too, I guess. Yeah. Because I mean, like, I love like various. I like Cocoa Pebbles' version of Barney the best.
Oh yeah, technically, like SWAT Cats, are Hanna-Barbera.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
SWAT Cats are Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
That is. Oh my God! What else was Hanna-Barbera? Because they did have that little thing at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Two Stupid Dogs. Yeah, that's Hanna-Barbera.
Two Stupid Dogs, the fucking incest show. Fucking weird.
Cartoon Network fanatic.
Hold on, really quickly. I have a question from Hitman to me specifically, saying, "What's your favorite J-pop artist of all time?" And to be fair, I don't actually listen to J-pop much at all, but like I do know a few. Like I like what is it, Kyary Pamyu, her impossible to say name. I like her. I like Kotoko and Daloko. And Naruto is not a J-pop artist. And what the guys who did it's that stupid Coke commercial. Green. It's green, long. I don't know why there's so many E's, but yeah, I like them too. But that's like all the J-pop I can think of. I don't really listen to J-pop.
All right, Cartoon Network Fanatic asking thoughts on the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, that also comes out like this weekend.
I'm just super excited just because I want to see King Shark.
King Shark,
'cause I
yeah.
love fucking King Sharks. Like again, like and the fact that it's Rocky, fucking Sylvester Stallone, Rambo voicing him, that makes it even better to me. Like I'm super excited for that.
Let's see.
Hey Arnold had another glow up. I think Hey Arnold's later seasons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
that
true.
is one.
I'll see how you stop. Yeah. Who is this?
Let's see. Where is it? Where's my phone? I'll check to see if I got any.
Major Mechazao asking regarding the Boston Moonanite panic marketing for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Do you think Zebler and Sean should have primarily focused on their 70s haircuts with the press, or a completely different topic? And what do you think that topic should have been? I wish they talked about video games. I don't know what they should have done. Because Jax, you do remember that with the Moonanite?
I remember that entire thing. I was in high school. And I was just like, oh, this is a fucking terrorist. And I was like, what the fuck? This is Moonanites. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, that's so interesting. So, I'm curious what they're gonna do. Like, are they still doing a sequel to that? The movie? Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie?
I don't know. Because were they doing something for HBO Max or something? I don't remember.
I thought they were, so I'm not sure. Like, that's up to the chat. No.
Edit Man asking, why do shows that start so good fall off to disappointment after a few seasons, like Game of Thrones and Star Versus and etc.
Game of Thrones? What? That was good the entire time until the end, right?
Yes, hero. In our brains, in the books actually, the books, yeah.
Etc. Like making characters unlikable and making dumb decisions in writing.
Flanderization and seasonal rot.
I think the thing with Game of Thrones is that the directors they were too much in a rush to finish Game of Thrones because they wanted to go off to do Star Wars because they got to deal with Star Wars, and now they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, because he fucked up.
Yeah, because they fucked up Game of Thrones so bad.
So stupid. But yeah, I know what she's talking about, because like that whole thing it's interesting when you go back and you watch a series from season 1 and you see how characters evolve. Like freaking, we always talk about how Patrick was in season 1 of SpongeBob versus him now. It's just like before he was dumb, but he was more of a do you mean she's putting on airs? And he understands like this stuff, and like nowadays like I don't know what my hand is and shit like that. And just, oh, for fuck's sake, Patrick. Or like SpongeBob, like there's this whole fucking theory that in the SpongeBob movie, when him and Patrick died, like apparently when they got reborn, that was them being actually reborn, and like that's why they're so immature nowadays. I'm like, oh, fucking theories about everything they have. But like, yeah, Star Versus, that was just a problem of like bad writing, like because like you were doing good and then you drop. Like that is like a constant struggle that so many series have. Is like why I'm happy DuckTales was able to end when it did, because like once you are just hitting this momentum of being good, it is this horrible stress of just like, how do I keep this interesting? All right, like, how do I do this over and over and over again? So it's just like, what can you do to make something as entertaining? And then, you see how it went with Fairly Odd Parents. They fucking, let's bring in another kid. Let's bring in a dog fairy. Let's bring in a baby fairy. Let's do all this shit. And it's just like, this isn't working. Or I think, Peele, would you say it's because it's more episodic over here versus like anime, which is a continuing story that knows more than often knows where they want to go?
Yeah. I think it's just like balancing, like having a plan and having enough time to tell like everything.
Yeah. That's why I respect what was the dude who created Gravity Falls? Alan Hirsch.
Alex Hirsch. Yeah.
Alex Hirsch. Yeah. Like I like what he was able to do. Like he was offered to season 3 and he was like, no. And it's like we're at this point where Gravity Falls where it was such a great ending where it was like, okay, yeah, if he wants to come back and do another season, we're all into it. But if like he wants to end it there, we're completely fine with it because he did a masterful job with that. So like it's cool for him. So like it's like if he ever wants to come back, we're all for it, but it's not like he has to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From Kevin, says, are you guys familiar with the more recent Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover comic?
Yeah. Look hype. Yeah.
And then
so cool.
And then another question from him says, what do you guys rate the Equestria Girls movies in terms of enjoyment? Mine are Rainbow Rocks, Legend of Everfree, the original, and the Friendship Games. The only thing I would change there is put Friendship Games above the original. So that
Rainbow Rocks. Yeah, Rainbow Rocks is objectively the best. I think everyone agrees that it's just fucking. Yeah. They really kicked the everything for that movie. Okay, so hold on, let me remember. Okay, so first one, Twilight Goes to High School. Second one, Rainbow Rocks. Third one was the
What happened in the third one?
Was that Friendship Games?
That was Friendship Games. That was the when they were doing the thing with the other Twilight that was at the school.
Okay.
Bro, I gotta be honest, I don't remember diddly dang shit about that.
I don't. Same. I barely remember. All I remember is she like turned into some fucking like that thing Laura was at in 2016 BronyCon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I remember. And then fucking the fourth one was
like when they went camping, right?
Yeah, because she had that whole Down with the Sickness song, which the darkness is me, wow, shit like that. Was there a fifth one?
No.
No, there wasn't a fifth movie. They just did like specials after that.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, for me it goes
like 40
Rainbow Rocks, the camp one, the first Equestria Girls, and then the Equestria Games because I don't remember anything about it.
Okay. Yeah, that was the same thing that Kevin said.
I think I have the same order as him as well. Yeah.
All right, another one from Edit Man. I think Hero might be able to answer more about this because thoughts on the exposure of the abuse from Blizzard management.
Oh, have fun with that.
No, it's so much. Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Where do you even start, man? Okay. So obviously it's a shitty thing that the women, it's not even just women actually, it's just the women are the highlight of the story, that they're being sexually harassed and sexually harassed. Higher ups are coming up behind the female employees and like giving them shoulder rubs and touching them in places that it's like you probably need some consent to do that. And it's like, oh my, like I really could go on forever. Let me keep this concise. I'm glad that they're being exposed because I think it is only like I watch people talk about this on the internet and they're like, I think this is actually the situation itself is shitty, obviously, but I think this is a good thing for Blizzard and for gaming companies. I think this is a good thing to happen, and I agree because you need to expose that this is happening. It's not even just Blizzard. This is definitely happening at other companies with higher up like men just touching females.
Yeah, there were people coming out that were under like Ubisoft saying things.
Right. It's I'm sure it's everywhere. I think it's good that this is happening. Because this needs to be exposed. To take it from, obviously that's a bad thing that's happening, but to take it to the customer's perspective, from the customer's perspective, this is a good thing because we're paying to have a good game. We're using our hard-earned money to buy a product. And if that product is bad because stupid men can't keep hands to themselves, then we are eventually the ones who suffer from them being lecherous idiots, right? So it's a good thing that they're being called out. It's just shitty for the people who are working there, right? And Blizzard had like, come on, man. It's frustrating because it's not even like a new thing at Blizzard. Even people like back in the days when Blizzard actually made a good game, there were definitely still people who were being creepers, like people that we looked up to, like I forget his name. Mike Morheim, I believe his name is. Yeah, like from old Blizzard. Everyone loves that guy. He's creepy. Like there's somebody who I'm forgetting these names. I'm getting too old, man. Ghost Crawler, is that his name? He used to communicate with the community really a whole lot, and everyone looked up to him. He was part of that Cosby Suite thing. It's weird that they even have a Cosby Suite. Like, what the fuck?
It's fucked up. Yeah.
I literally could go on forever. But the whole high level, what I think is this is eventually a good thing, but on the surface, it's shitty. It's not only happening to women, so it sucks for the men that are getting harassed as well, because it sucks that they can't put all of their focus onto the product that we will eventually be purchasing because some stupid idiots can't keep their hands to themselves. It's shitty.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. People need to stop that shit immediately.
Like I've been building up this story since like the second day of the week that we're at HomoCon.
Yeah.
It's just every day I've been hearing something.
Oh, fuck. What's wrong?
All right. Saber, welcome back.
Welcome back.
You cleaned that poop?
I cleaned it.
Another one from Edman here says, what movie or TV show franchises should either get rebooted or stop completely or have more sequels? Simpsons should stop.
Yeah,
just stop.
Simpsons needs to
SpongeBob
Family
should
Guy.
stop.
Family Guy should stop.
Like, there's a lot of things that should just stop.
Right. Yeah, there's like so many shows where I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, I really just think this would be better if it just ended. Like, you are like keep damaging your legacy every time you go further, and just like just stop. But
One Life to Live should stop. The Young and the Restless should stop.
Soap operas.
All of them. Stop. Like on episode 15,000, it's like, bro, stop.
I mean, that's for old people, though.
Yeah.
What is that? That's like for old people. They just need their one thing to keep watching.
You do one thing to watch.
Yeah, they need their one thing to watch.
As far as like, or one that should have or get rebooted. I really wanted My Life as a Teenage Robot show to come back. I'd love that.
Do you want it to be like action paced instead of comedy? Like just be like,
I'd like a mixture of both.
Oh, so like 2003 Ninja Turtle. I got
Yeah.
you. Oh, dude, Street Sharks. They reboot Street Sharks. I'm all over that shit. Oh god, I'm all over that shit. Extreme Dinosaurs as well. Reboot those. Oh, I would watch the fuck out of both of those. Yeah, exactly. Biker Mice from Mars reboot, done well this time. Not done well this time. Not that fucking 2001 shit. Oh god, I would watch the fuck out of those.
Man, this is a bad take, but it's just me being stupid. I would actually watch a Brandy and Mr. Whiskers reboot. I actually kind of like that show.
The show was a good 3 a.m. show.
It is.
It was dead ass. Like that's how I used to watch it. It was 3 a.m. Disney 2010. Yeah.
Let's see. Last question for Santos Celine here. On Twitter, it says, "Do you ever have a cool idea in your head and you just start crying?"
Yeah. Every day of my life. Every day of my life.
I have cool ideas and I'm crying. No, but okay. But have you ever legit like had a dream and like you just like your dream created a movie and then you woke up and you're like, am I an expert writer? When did that happen? Like it's a perfect movie.
No, that happens so well, but also like with those situations too, you have to take into account like your brain is doing some genjutsu on yourself to make it appear like much better than it could potentially be. Because I've had these dreams where I'm like, that would be a fucking masterpiece, and I feel like if somehow we had the technology to like record our dreams on like a pillow and then replay them the next day, which would just be very busted. It'd be like, yo guys, I had the most amazing dream. You're gonna love this movie. It'd be like, bog bog loop boop. It's just like, what the fuck are you watching?
Like people are walking to the mall and then it just is in Jurassic Park and you're like, how did we? And in the dream it makes perfect sense, but you're like, you watch it, you're like,
the dreams, like the transitions in dreams have no way. They have no authenticity. Like they just make absolutely no sense, but it works in the dream. It's like you'd be like you said, like going in the mall, Jurassic Park. Next day you're in Jaws, and it's just like, what the fuck? Where did we get this boat from? What the fuck is going on? It's just like it works in the dream.
Got a couple of super chats here. One from Malik Webster saying, beer, wine, spirits, or liquor, and what's your favorite drink of said choices?
I like mead.
I don't really drink, so this is all you guys.
You don't drink at all.
I like wine the most because mixed drinks aren't here, so I won't go to those. But yeah, wine and a white Zinfandel is very tasty.
Wine. So mead is honey wine. So I guess mead. Mead is my favorite drink. I love mead. I'll drink the shit out of mead. Honey wine.
If it's just any drink ever, though, margarita all day. Just throw those at me.
Oh yeah,
things are tasty as hell.
We should have made those at HomoCon.
Yeah, we should have. We really should have. Oh.
We'll do it next year.
I'll go to the grocery store.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the grocery store right now.
I mean, Laura's turned me on to like whiskeys and like those kinds of spirits that are a bit more, I don't know.
You like Blue Moon.
A bit more bite to it. I had a Blue Moon in a while, bro.
Yeah. I still vividly remember in 2000.
Yeah, we had a Blue Moon in a
Blue Moon.
Oh, God.
And then last super chat here from Deli18 saying, all right, guys, share me your recent listened songs.
The most recently listened song?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, one that just popped in my head was a song called Ghost Town by Shiny Toy Guns. That's a fun song.
Yeah, there's a song. There's a song called Houdini by Lasane or something like that. I thought it was a good song.
Oh, you know what? I was listening to Spotify earlier. 1 second.
I'm way too fucked up tonight.
The last song I listened to was Corner Store by Joey Perp. It's a rap song.
Yeah, let me see. The Shiny Toy Guns song was like just what popped in my head. Let me see what was like the one that was like actually the most recently listened to. Oh, my Spotify wasn't playing on my phone, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll go with that answer though. Ghost Town by Shiny Toy Guns.
Ghost Ride.
Wait, what was yours, Jax?
It was that song we listened to in the car at Houdini. That one I was like about the black boy and being a rock star or something like that. It was like a black emo song or something.
That one. Okay.
Yeah. I was listening to that again just because I like the way I like vibing to it. Black boy rock star.
All right. That's all the questions. So that's all for the show tonight. The next show, actually by next weekend, I'm going to be looking after your dog again. So I might have the show on Tuesday instead.
Tuesday.
That way I can actually wait for you to get back. So yeah, so August 17th then. But yeah, we'll do it 17th? Then. Yeah.
August 17th.
So yeah, the next show will be on Tuesday rather than Monday. So we'll see you guys then. We'll talk about Suicide Squad and Vivo and stuff.
No.
Yes.
You know how long it took me to find out this was a diamond when they were doing it.
Yes, my diamond.
I was like, oh, it's a diamond, and all y'all like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Centaur World was crap. Bye.